Welcome to Canada Immigration Questions and Answers channel. This is where you get information about different types of ways to move and stay in Canada without problem. If you like our content, kindly press the subscribe button. You can also hit the like button and press notification bell so that you will be notified whenever we drop a new video. Our topic today: unlock the secrets. How to change Canadian visit/tourist visa to permanent residence permit or study permit or work permit part 4. Question 1. What happens if someone enters Canada on a visitor's visa, then disappears? Why is it so easy to disappear in USA than Canada? No, don't try that. Canada is one of the very few countries on the globe where it is almost impossible to disappear and live on. I will give you only 3 letters. SIN, social insurance number. No SIN equals no housing, no job of any kind, no job search, no banking, no credit, no paycheck, no car purchase, no driver's license, no schooling or training, no healthcare, no social services of any kind, shape or form, no possibility to ever become legitimized. You are truly a waif, a non-existing person without any base or foundation to live on at all. So, you say, why is it so easy to disappear in USA? Big difference, they aren't using SSN, social security number, the way Canada use her SIN. In USA you will be arrested if you are found. In Canada, you will be sought after, arrested and deported sooner than you can possibly imagine. Your employer, if you are found working, will also be arrested and subject to a jail term. This is one huge disincentive to hire anyone who doesn't have a SIN number. You cannot get a visitor's permit to come to Canada in the first place if there is even a hint that you intend to come to stay. Our immigration officers are pretty good at ferreting out and denying these applications. Question 2. I intend relocating to Canada with a visit visa and applying for a work permit. How easy is this process to getting PR? So essentially you are admitting in a public forum your intention to commit immigration fraud by coming to Canada under the false pretext of being a visitor in order to unlawfully look for work and then trying to apply for permanent residency, thus jumping the queue ahead of those trying to immigrate properly and legally. Think again. Canada's immigration officials are smarter than you are. You likely won't even be approved for a visitor visa when you have obvious immigration intent and admit to scheming to break the law. If you do manage to get a visa and arrive in Canada and officials think you might be intending to look for work or try to stay, you will be denied entry, your visa will be cancelled, and you will be banned from Canada and sent home on the next plane. No employer in Canada can hire you even if they want to unless they can prove that there are no Canadian workers able and willing to do the job. None will even give you an interview. And getting permanent residency is far different from qualifying for a visitor visa or a work permit. Unless you have extensive university education and lots of money, you won't make the cut anyway. Also, the application process takes 2-3 years, and you will never get a visitor visa that will allow you to remain in Canada for anywhere near that long. Question 3. If I visit Canada through a visitor visa and give birth, then I apply for a study permit. Will I be rejected? Well, first of all, do you have around $30,000 Canadian dollars to pay for your tuition and living expenses? Have you been accepted into a qualifying Canadian school? In any case, you will be long gone home from Canada before your study permit application has been processed. It can take over a year, and from the sounds of your question, my guess is that there is some sort of scheming going on here that will likely result in a denial. Question 4. Does the spouse of a Canadian citizen need a visitor's permit to enter Canada? If the spouse is just visiting and will leave Canada at the end of the intended visit, yes. If the spouse intends to remain in Canada, then he or she requires a sponsored family class permanent resident PR visa. It is extremely difficult to persuade a visa officer that spouses do not intend to live together and that one spouse is content to live in whatever visa-required country they are from, while the other spouse lives in Canada. If the Canadian citizen spouse is living abroad, thus ineligible to sponsor, and is just vacationing in Canada, the foreign spouse will in most cases get a visitor visa to accompany. Question 5. If a family of 6 is granted a tourism visa to Canada, can they go separately, like 2 weeks intervals? Families are not granted Canadian visas. Individuals are. You may all send your applications in at the same time, but there is no such thing as a group or family visa. Each person in the family must apply for and be approved for their own visa, including children. Individuals can use their Canadian visas at any time before the expiry date on their visa. Just because someone else in your family also has a Canadian visa, it does not mean you have to travel with them or visit Canada at the same time. Question 6. How hard is it to get back into Canada after getting deported for overstaying? Just about impossible. Even after your ban expires, you will stand almost no chance of being approved for any sort of visa to enter Canada for any reason. The fact that you overstayed so long that they actually had to deport you makes it all the worse. Also, you can almost certainly forget going to any of the other 5 ISPARTA countries, United States, United Kingdom, Australia and New Zealand, either. All 5 countries share intelligence information, criminal and immigration databases. You screw up that badly in one, all 5 will know about it. Question 7. How can I know and differentiate between an original Canadian visitor V1 visa and a fake one? If you gave anyone except a Canadian visa application center or embassy your passport to place the visa counterfoil in, it's a fake. If anyone sent you or your immigration agent a visa, it's a fake. Visas are printed and immediately placed in the passport of Canadian embassies. The visa is never shipped or mailed and then placed in a passport. If you submitted your passport to a VFS Global Visa Application Center or to a Canadian embassy yourself, your visa is legitimate. We have come to the end of this episode of Canada Immigration Questions and Answers. If you have any question for us, kindly drop it in the comments section. We will answer your questions in our next video. You can also watch other videos that answer numerous questions about migration to Canada in this channel. Kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever we drop a new video. Thank you so much.